big cat. Welcome to my therapy. This ain't your ordinary world, it's extraordinary. See, I'm a high priestess lightworker, here to guide your way through the waves of life. We'll find a new path to embrace. Tarot, astrology, numerology in our hands. No weapon formed against you shall ever stand. We're winners, we never quit, we always keep on going. Quitters never win, but we're always growing. Hey there, big cat, let's chase the highest vibration. Together we'll create a new world, a brand new nation.
Namaste! Grand Rising, Big Cat Fire Signs. Welcome or welcome back to Big Cat Astrology, Big Cat Wave, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising. The planetary hot topics to add to your almanac over the next 7 days. But before we dive into that, let's quickly remind ourselves of the 20th of January 2024. The generational planet Pluto entered Aquarius for the next 19 years. Be extra focused on change that transforms your life. Let go of negative energies and take control of your future. Be more inventive and unconventional. Pluto's transformative forces journeys into visionary Aquarius. It promises shifts in societal dynamics and collective awakening to progressive ideals. When Pluto was last in Aquarius, approximately 248 years ago, I know I wasn't there either, bestie. It's a generational planet. There were the American and the French revolutions, the expansion of the British Empire, industrial revolutions began, the rise of Napoleon Bonaparte, his military and political career. Pluto in Aquarius is a once-in-a-lifetime big deal, big cat. Remember I told you that. On the 21st, the moon in Gemini, ideas can flow and you may have plenty of small projects to work on. Focus on communication, learning and socializing. For some, this will be a restless period. These influences are temporary and their impact can vary for each person. On the 22nd, the moon in Gemini squares Neptune in Pisces. This transit causes a dreamy disposition, passive attitudes and a tendency towards self-deception, imbalance, hypersensitivity, weakened instinctual life and nervous disorders. You could also get lost in wishful thinking. Try not to watch any horror movies during this time, as it may disturb you and could lead to vivid nightmares. On the 23rd, Venus enters Capricorn. Venus, the planet of love and pleasure, moves to Capricorn, insisting that you are focused on your goals and making more progress. Over the next 4 weeks, look for partnerships that can help you achieve mutual ambitions. You may find yourself drawn to the elderly or those in a higher social standing. On the 24th, the moon in Cancer trines Neptune in Pisces. You may find yourself in the position to help people in your life. It's also a fabulous time for writing down your goals in life. Meditation, psychic practice, reading tarot cards, practicing astrology and making love till all hours of the morning. On the 25th, Leo, you have the Leo full moon. And it's the first full moon of 2024 and it surges with creativity, romance and love. Be more affectionate, spend time on your hobbies, take a break from work and connect with your heart. Always remember the whole world is one big stage and we are all actors, darling dear. So get ready for glamour, pleasure and just a little drama. Embrace the year with open arms. Don't be afraid to roar, big cat. On the 22nd, the Sun in Aquarius squares Jupiter in Taurus. Today will feel like a double-edged sword, as the confidence that this aspect brings can easily turn into ego. Be bold, but don't be foolish. On the 27th, Uranus is direct in Taurus. In this year of fundamental changes, Uranus moves direct into the stubborn sign of the bull, and it will hit all of us extra hard. If you want things to change, you need to be the change. Start now, take action, and create the changes you want. Please stay tuned in for the tarot reading to follow. Big cow wave! Ha ha! Sorry for the interruption, guys. I had to take that call. Anyhow, as I was saying, you have the energy of the one. It's telling you to evaluate everything, question everything. Let nothing slip through your fingers or past your eye chakras, darling dears. And it's also a reminder or a prompt not to make any major decisions until after the next new moon. The next new moon will be on the 9th of February in Aquarius at 20 degrees and 40 minutes. You have the energy of the 5. You could be a life path 5, darling dears. Your birthday could be the 5th, the 14th, or the 23rd. It speaks about you being a pioneer, something new that you're going into, because 5s is about change, darling. There's something that came on the wings of conflict and confusion. You may have been going through a bad phase, but it's about to blow over. Your luckiest days will be Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. The 5 is about this constructive change that you've brought about, darling dears. And for some of you, you'll be traveling over the next 7 days, darling dears. It's about being adaptable. Yes, you're going to have the freedom, but be adaptable. The 5 is represented by, in the astrological aspects, a 5 is represented by the quincux. It's like a V, upside down V with a line across the top. It's speaking about a quick change that's coming. Yeah, it's going to feel stressful because the number 5 itself is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is about new beginnings. It's also about initiating, being an individual, using your intellect and your communications to get things to go in your favor. Mercury also rules short journeys. Okay, so the travel is definitely there. Okay. The 1-5 is definitely saying there's some kind of social event. Could be a proposal, some kind of marriage, something to do with a marriage, an engagement party, a bachelor's party, hen party, something to do with a marriage that's going to be off over the next week. Maybe you'll be getting an invitation to that. Someone also is going to be going through issues with their money. This is within and a couple in a marriage. Are choosing to be childless. Is this going to be, oh, wow, there's a lot of intel, darling. There's a lot of intel. It's a lot of intel. In tarot, the number 5 is represented by the Hierophant energy. The Hierophant is the God card in tarot, as well as the Emperor and the King of Swords, depending on where it falls in the spread. But the Hierophant is represented by the 2nd house, darling dears. So it's about your possessions and your resources, your personal finances. You'll be looking at your personal finances. Don't make any major decisions until after the 9th of February. Somebody's also looking back into the past. Maybe you didn't utilize your talents. You're about to utilize them now, darling dears, because your self-worth has been buffed up, darling dears. And it's about you being more resourceful. The energy of the Hierophant is telling you to be wise, darling dears. Somebody's also going to be looking towards going into a new job, a new position, maybe even a higher position. But it's about being wise, doing the what? Recon first, darling dears. Finding out whose friend is a better friend, darling dear. See what's going on. The wisdom is what is for the wise, darling dears. And the wisest person in the room is the big cat. Why? Your eyes and your ears are open and you say less. Law number 4 of the 48 laws of power. Love it. I don't hate it. Right, let's press on. Let's get some intuitive cards. Are we going to go with that? Yes, I'm going to take one. I'm going to do the wisdom of the, I think it's wisdom of the chakra oracle. What's the oracle ancestral message? It didn't fall out. Impartiality. This is like the justice card in tarot. The justice card is represented by the 7th house. It's the house of contractual partnerships. So it's friendships. Contractual partnerships could be a new job, a new business idea, something that's going off the ground. But it's about you keeping your own internal equilibrium, darling dears. You've created some kind of opportunity, or some opportunities being gifted to you by the Most High. Yeah, this is a new path you're taking, a quest, darling dears. One which possibly you've been on a long time. But again, it's a choice between two. Somebody's going to be on the fence over the next 7 days with a decision they have to make. Wait until after the 9th of February, if you can, after the next new moon in Aquarius. Why? Aquarius is about the 11th house. It's about groups. It's about your goals, darling dears. It's also about business contracts, you know, the signing, money made from your career. Yeah. And why am I shuffling again? Because another card had to come out again. Balance, darling dears. There's a lot of people that are out of sorts, darling dears. Maybe people will be trying to draw you out over the what? Next 7 days. Somebody who feels undermined by the security that you've created for yourself, darling dears. The number 5 is represented by the letters E, N, and W. Okay? Okay. And Mercury is represented by E, N, H, and X. E, N, W, and E, N, H, and X will have some import to you over the next 7 days. People are very disgruntled, darling dears. They don't like the fact that you've decided to go your own way. Well, it could be the Pluto in Aquarius is about leaving negative energies behind. This is about you tapping into your highest mind and creating the life that you want. Because Pluto is a generational planet which will have an effect on all of us. Right? Last time it was there was 248 years ago, where we had the French and the American Revolution. The signing of the Declaration of Independence. The British Empire expanded. Things like that, darling dears. Generational. Okay. Lots of changes, darling dears. Lots of changes for you. But it's about you finding out what's best for you and following that. Other people's opinions doesn't matter. And if it matters, if they're bothered by the choices that you make, it's none of your business. It's none of your business, darling dears. That's for their that is their bucket to carry, darling dears, and the bucket's got holes in it. Base of the deck, focusing on your bag, and everything's around the money. Love it. I don't hate it. So the 11th house, you're focusing on new contracts, maybe new contracts coming in. It's also a time where maybe somebody's looking at the monies around possibly retirement. It could be higher education, university, and all of that. Yeah. New groups. 11th house is new groups, darling dears. All right. Let's press on and ask some direct questions. Let's get the deck. Base of your deck, we've got the King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio energy, darling dears. The King of Cups comes through with the element of Saturn, so it's about growth, darling dears. This is about emotional growth, emotional maturity. For some, this could be a partner coming towards you. If you're going to get involved with someone, let it be the King of Cups. This person has mastered their emotions, they're spiritual, they're slow to speak. This person will come through adoring you. Why? Because the King of Cups comes with loyalty, darling dears. Knowing what they want, somebody who's established, someone who is of an older age. Someone's going to be attracted to an older person, darling. There's someone who is more established in life. Oh, okay. What's this? Sun energy, darling. There's the first question I was going to ask. What's your theme? The sun is about new beginnings. It's about travel. It's about your vibration having been raised. This is about you in certain situations. You're a natural born leader, fire signs, over the next 7 days. It's about you leading the way, but it's also about you in some respect you're going to want to play down your attributes. Why? Because you don't want to appear too shallow. This is about you taking a new approach, not dumbing down yourself, darling dears, but not showing your all. Being more careful with yourself. That's the word. Sun energy is the 5th house. The 5th house is of relationships and dating, darling dears. Pardon me. That's a spiritual belch because I speaks the truth. Roof, pinkies up, yeah? Someone's going into a spiritually guided union, darling dears. It's also the house of children, dating, but also the house of drama. But somebody's about to take a risk, but don't take any risk into any new relationship without doing recon. Listen, remember your hairline. Right. It could also represent the birth of a new child. Again, we spoke about some kind of get together, some kind of a gathering, an invite that you're going to get to some form of a social event. But we also heard of a childless couple. Is it a childless couple that's going to the event, or is it people that's having the event that are choosing not to have any? Listen, Big Cat, that's a personal read. Hit me up in the Gmail. Let's press on. So your overall theme is about being happy, darling dears. It's about enjoying a new level of abundance. Your self-esteem is high. Your health is looking on the good, up and up, on the good foot. I was about to ask about your work and your finances, darling dears. We've got the Temperance energy, finding balance. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. We've got the Knight of Wands in the reverse, 3 of Swords, and the Page of Swords. Okay. Knight of Pentacles is saying that you are moving towards new balance in your life. Something that you've been working towards, doing the diligence. This is about being loyal to something for a long time. But this is about what your ship's coming in, darling dears, next to the Knight of Pentacles. It's also what telling you to keep a close eye on your finances, darling dears. You do have luck on your side at some point in the week. But heading into the week, this is somebody going into a new job, a new position, starting a new business, darling dears. There's going to be a lot of jealousy and talk about situations, but this is from people that was never truly your friends, family members, co-workers, whatever. Someone is not going to enjoy the fact that you are creating a new life for yourself. This is a whole change, darling dears. Well, the Pluto isn't going to be, it's in Aquarius. But this is about you living out you had one career path, darling dears, and you're changing it. You don't care what anyone else says. You're not taking any opinions, and you're also going to get good news. So if you're applying for a job, it could be like I said, higher education, travel, whatever you've got planned with your finances and your work, it should go smoothly. There will be a few hiccups, darling dears, but if you have, keep your head level, darling dears. Don't panic and run. Face any obstacle head on and deal with it immediately. That's the fire energy of it all. We've also got no cups energy out here, so you're not going to be making emotional decisions around your work or your finances over the next 7 days, but you're definitely having good news, darling dears. A new beginning. Finding that balance. Love it. I don't hate it. Knight of Wands in the reverse speaks about people that are upset about your situation and going through chaotic personal situations. These are impulsive people that you have no time for, darling. There's none. Right. What about my single fire signs over the next 7 days? Someone from the past would like to come back. They see that you've created some new opportunity for yourself. Someone who is folio, darling dears, the king of the fools. Someone who's extremely careless. This person was unprepared when they met you, darling dears. Chariot energy, and you're not going forward with a situation. This looks like a breakup, or someone who is what? Coming to see if you're a figurine, if you want to be dusted off, darling dears. King of Pentacles, this is someone that took a risk and wasted your time. They could be a gambler, but it's definitely someone. Okay. The Ace of Wands is about news. This is about you taking a more spiritual eye in your dating life, darling dears. Yes, you're going to date again, darling dears. But this is going through what? After making sure that you do the recon so that this situation doesn't happen to you again. The Ace of Wands also speaks about the single people being focused on their work. This is about you putting those energies into your work, but you still have to get over the energies that this big fool, this dummy bat, this mark this person has left in your life. It's not a permanent mark, Chariot energy on its face, darling dears. But it's gonna, the Chariot energy in reverse is gonna make you, it's almost like it's weakening you, but it's about this finding something else to focus on, darling dears. It's their loss. Someone's got a lot of nostalgia. This is crying, feeling extremely sad. Well, that's their business, darling dears. Moving forward, doing the research and focusing on your work. Well, the work side's looking good. We saw the business contracts. Strong possibility for that, darling dear. And sponsorships, whatever it is that the singles are dealing with. What about the people in relationships or partnerships? Thank you. Oh, Eight of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, darling dears. Judgment in the reverse. Good golly and gosh. Somebody who's extremely greedy and in denial of the fact. Oh my God. Empress in the reverse. Good golly and gosh. Somebody who is codependent, darling dear. Oh, listen. Codependent to the point that they will stay in a situation, darling dears. One of the partners is a spendthrift and someone is a gossip and a liar. This doesn't look like a healthy situation or partnership. What's going on, High Priestess? Somebody's keeping secrets, darling dears. Secrets and lies. Ace of Swords. Someone's keeping someone in the dark. The Empress next to the Queen of Pentacles is another woman. Money's being spent on another woman, darling dears. And it's in secret. This is a person, or a woman or man from the past that they're dealing with. Yeah, a toxic situation, but they're choosing to do it. Good golly and gosh. High Priestess is about discovering information. A partnership. Somebody's going to discover that the partner has another. The Empress is representative of a mother or father, darling dear. Someone's got another family. Good golly and gosh. Listen. Good golly and gosh. Good golly and gosh. Someone who is still living in the past, doing the same thing that they did in the past. So if this is a partnership, they know that this person is a cheater, a spendthrift. But they didn't know about the other family, darling dears. They didn't know about that shiznai, but they're going to be illuminated to that fact. What's going to happen? There's no healing the situation. Good God. I'm going to leave that alone right now. And move on to the next one. What's my next question? The next question I would ask would be about health. I am not a qualified medical professional. I am a qualified counselor, but not in the terms of medicines and things like that, and bodily functions and all that. So if you've got an issue, please go and consult a professional medical, was it? A medical official, a professional medical official. How about that? Yeah. Let's carry on. What about the couples? Oh, well, we said couples already, didn't we? We weren't. We're talking about the health. Someone's letting go of making the wrong choices as far as their health is concerned. The cups. This is about finding different things, more healthier attitudes to what they're eating, their nutrition. I'm also hearing something about smoothie fast. Good golly and gosh. We've got the Leo energy. This is someone being creative with their smoothies. Some kind of a liquid diet. But you're no longer wanting to make the wrong choices for your health. Because you've got issues you want to heal. The star card, darling, is lean in, bestie, is Libra. I'm sorry, is Aquarius energy. I said Libra. Libra is about justice. It's about a partnership. Somebody's in a partnership and one partner is unhealthy eating. Someone is about to change their eating habits around. Maybe it will rub off on your partner eventually, but boy, you have to depend on you. Doesn't matter what partnership or what situation, you've got to think about your own health and you have to take care of your temple. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, so somebody might be having issues. Uranus energy, come on, case. Might be having issues with their nerves or their nerve impulse, electrical nerve impulses. If you're having those kind of issues, go and get it checked out, darling dears. But it's going to have something to do with the nutrition that you're putting in your body, which is unhealthy. Yeah, somebody's going to be getting lots of tests. Ace of Cups, urine tests, blood tests, you name it. Get them done, darling dears. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. Get it sorted out. All right. Final card. So what's we know what the theme was, the sun energy. This is about raising your vibration, being in the spotlight for some, darling dears, but it's definitely transformation in relationships. But it's also about you knowing your worth, darling dears, raising your self-esteem. Because the sun energy, is represented by the solar plexus, darling dears, right? So your overall lesson for the week, darling dears, is do the recon. King of Swords is somebody that does all of the research, darling dears. Get all your facts straight. It's also telling you the lesson that things, court cases, anything to do with an adjudicator, a judge, is going to go in your favor. We already spoke about the 7th house. Right? Yes, because we spoke about contractual partnerships. So yeah, do the research on any contracts, darling. The lesson is what? If you plan to fail, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. This is about looking at the intricacies, darling dears, paying attention. Pay attention, darling dears, let nothing slip you by. But even though you're paying attention, doesn't mean that you have to talk out the things. The King of Swords is more than capable. Somebody's going into the armed forces or the civil service, darling dears, and getting a promotion. World card, fresh start and a new beginning, darling dears. Okay, on that note, I drops me mic. To love to my Teesprings, my Patreon, or my TikToks, or if you'd like a personal read, please hit me up in the Gmail. All of my intel is in the description box below. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Big Cat Wave. Until we meet again on these tarot streets. Cat, cat. Cat, cat. Believe in yourself, darling dears. Don't worry about the outside interference, darling dears. They're outside the perimeter for a reason. Big Cat Wave!
Hey, big cat, welcome to my therapy. This ain't your ordinary world, it's extraordinary. See, I'm a high priestess lightworker, here to guide your way through the waves of life. We'll find a new path to embrace. Tarot, astrology, numerology in our hands. No weapon formed against you shall ever stand. We're winners, we never quit, we always keep on going. Quitters never win, but we're always growing. Hey there, big cat, let's chase the highest vibration. Together we'll create a new world, a brand new nation.